Hi, this is a furnace that runs on pellets. Um the pellets go from this tank to the right through this tube into the furnace and they burn. My goal was to create something to weigh the whole tank, to track usage, and to see when I need to refill these pellets. Uh, Underneath the tank, these wooden pieces under each corner, that's where the sensor is for the weight. I'll go into detail how I created it. Okay, let's first start with the sensors. So these are the sensors that you need. Four of them come, each 50 kilograms, and the module HX711. And then you'll also need an ESP32. This is how everything looks when it's connected. I won't go into too much detail how to connect everything. You can find many examples online. You can also use the ESP8266. The first problem that I was having with this was each sensor can take a load of 50 kilograms and for a total of 200 kilograms. But my tank, when it's full of pellets, is around 300 kilograms. So I needed a way to weigh this whole tank. My first idea was using four more sensors, but then it becomes difficult to calibrate everything. So the way I came up with is to distribute the load. I put wood on one side with four sensors on it. This was my first idea, and a bar on the other side to distribute the weight. But this did not work. The reason it didn't work is if a pellet was shifted to one side, for example, in this video I'm standing on only the side with the sensors, it would not read correctly. It needs to be evenly distributed. So next I came up with this idea to have weight distribution at each corner. I made four of these teeter totters, for lack of better word. Um, each one takes half of the load, so in theory it should take 400 kilograms. And it seems to work okay. I mounted to the case of the pellet holder, one at each corner, and then I put the ESP32 in the center, and then I just put it back in its place. And finally, we get into the code part of the video. So before I go into the code, I just want to say that I don't use this device anymore. Uh, the reason being is my initial goal was to measure usage, to calculate cost, and to have a way to know when I need to refill. But it turns out it's not accurate enough to measure the cost, but it's perfectly fine to measure the overall level. I didn't write this code. I found online pieces. You can probably find pieces online too. Um, and I'll just go quickly over it. So here you have the standard intro, the globals. Here we define the initial value. So the device is reading these resistance. I think it's resistance values, but you have you will see later on how it's used. But basically, this is the zero value. Then we have the Wi-Fi settings. Here are the update pin status. This is to manually tear um, sensor update interval, which GPIO pin is being used. Uh, and then here we finally get to so this is the value the device reads when it's 0 kilograms, and then you need to know known weight. You need to put in a known weight and then read the value for that, and it's going to calculate all the values in between the rest of the way. So since it's all the weight is constantly on the device, it'll need calibration sometimes, and that's what this tear is for. I believe that tear sets the value when it's empty, and that's basically it. I'm gonna try to put code in the comments in the description of the video. If I'm able to, if I'm not able to, you can find it online, or you can pause the screen and just copy it as I have it here. Thanks for watching.